welcome to your Heavy Metal Horoscopes for this week. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Psychic, and we're going to get right on into rolling into the horoscopes for this week. Busy week this week, and we're of course going to start with the Rams for Aries. The end of Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn is definitely favorable for you Rams. It's been aspecting with Uranus for a while. And unfortunately, this aspect is a long one because both planets kind of move really slow, and that Pluto retrograde was really heavily felt by you, Aries. So the end of that retrograde is good. Definitely time to be able to move forward, and it takes a little bit of that edge off of feeling like you can't move forward or can't make changes that you want to. And this is definitely going to help out because as the party goes on in Libra, which it is going on in Libra right now, and the Sun and Venus are moving into Libra at the same time, they move in and form a T-square with Pluto and Uranus. So that kind of sort of makes a challenge for you guys in terms of being able to separate what your family responsibilities are and how you want to shine in your career. So it's a bit of a challenge there. But the good news is this week, the Grand Fire Trine is still active, still there, and still giving you a hefty boost forward. It's Uranus is trined with Mars and with Jupiter. This is a big thing. Expansion of finances is definitely favorable. And also the energy to turn old things into new things that actually work, whether it's old perceptions, changing those into something that you can work with, or even some old ideas that just need a fresh new look. So this week is going to be awesome for you guys. Yes, there's some challenges, but at the same time, there's a heck of a lot there that's going to help boost you forward at the same time. So don't focus too much on the challenge. Focus on the good things that are taking place for you guys, and you guys are definitely going to have a great week. Taurus, there's not a whole lot going on in Taurus. It is all about your personal schedule, and in some cases those that you love and those that you love become an even bigger part of your schedule than they did last week. Unfortunately, you may find yourself feeling like maybe you need to reschedule your life around somebody or what that somebody has going on, and when it comes down to it, you guys are awesome at being able to change your schedules, maybe not at the last minute, but change your schedules and be able to work in a lot of different things or a lot of different people. But this week, you may not be able to do that. The challenge is all about learning to say no and being okay with that, because sometimes you can't do it and you don't want to completely rearrange your schedule so much that you omit the time for you in there also, which you Tauruses have a tendency to do because you're so loving and giving. So make sure that you have that time for you in there, and if you can't handle or you can't incorporate somebody into your schedule, be okay with saying no, especially if it's one of those situations where they really don't need you there, they just want you there. Sometimes by doing this, you're actually doing them a service because you're allowing them to do something on their own, and that's really important for them and for you. So lots of fabulous things happening for you guys this week. Lots of opportunities to be awesome and kick some butt in what you're doing. Busy week for you guys there, but it's definitely a good one for you guys. Geminis, building the foundations is the most important part of your relationships, and that's really important for you this week. It's all about rebuilding relationships, or in some cases, tearing down and rebuilding again when it comes to things in your relationships that aren't working. Whether it's communication, and being that Mercury is your ruling planet, Mercury is going retrograde at the end of the week on Saturday. So this week is all about taking care of that now as early as possible in the beginning of the week, because by the end of the week, the communication barriers are going to break basically, and everybody's going to be running around trying to figure out what everybody's saying. You want to get that done before your ruling planet goes retrograde. Also, it is all about your daily schedules today, finalizing details and projects, incorporating your projects into your day-to-day schedules, any kind of work that you can do towards the goals that you have set up right now at the beginning of the week is favorable, because again, towards as we get closer and closer to that Mercury retrograde, it's going to cause some problems. So definitely finding yourself in an awesome place of where you want to be. If you're not where you want to be, or you're not in that awesome place, reevaluate and make sure that you get to that place, because that's what's important for you guys this week. Cancers, often in our lives, we have this feeling that lack of money indicates a lack of security on our part. And in this day and age, unfortunately, we look at money as a big part of our security because it's such a big part of our society these days. But it's also important to remember that we are more than what we have, or we are more than what we make. And this is where the challenge presents itself. It's not just an I'm broken and I'm in this situation forever. It really is all about I'm broke and that's okay because I'll be taken care of. And that's the mindset that you want to have. So this little bit of a money challenge here for you guys this week is just putting you in the right place to be able to understand that money isn't the most important thing. And when you let go of the worry of whether or not you're going to have the money, you open up this space to be able to open the door for more money to come in, because that worry really kind of sort of shuts it down. So change your outlook on it a little bit. Look at it as the money will come to me when I need it. My needs will be taken care of. The universe or my higher power will always take care of me, and not worry about where the money's coming from. When you do that, you'd be surprised at how money presents itself, or opportunities to make money that you never thought of before actually present themselves. Awesome possibilities for you Cancers there this week. Leo, Jupiter's aspect in the grand fire trine helps you expand your money resources in many, many, many ways. If you happen to want to give some to your fellow Cancers, that would be awesome. I'm sure that they wouldn't mind. But at the same time, some of these things are old ideas. They just need a fresh new makeover, basically. I mean, that's what the Grand Fire Trine is all about. It's about taking the things that you thought weren't going to work before and putting a new spin on them. And that energy just kind of sort of projects you forward. So at the same time, caution is needed. Don't give too freely of your money, okay? So scratch what I just said about giving all your money to your Cancer friends. Don't give too freely if you got this extra money coming in, okay? You guys are awesome. You have big, beautiful hearts because you want to help and you want to share, and that is beautiful. It's one of the things that makes you Leos awesome, right? And definitely deserving of your crowns. At the same time, though, you don't want to overextend yourself, and there may be situations that come up that where you wind up giving more than you really can and not necessarily getting it back, and that's the challenge there for you guys. So even if the person really, really, really is in need, if this is one of those situations where the person is needy a lot, do yourself a favor and say, no, I'm sorry, but I don't have it, or I can't give it to you because I have to put the money in the, over here or whatever. And do for yourself, okay? Because the truth is, this situation comes up around you all the time, and you wind up getting burned over and over and over again. And the only thing to change that situation from constantly happening is to stop it and change the way you play the game. Again, awesome possibilities there. And no, it's not selfishness. When you think about it, and especially if this person is one of those types of people that does this on a regular basis, you're doing them a disservice at the same time, because you're denying them the opportunity to learn their lesson too. So think about it that way. It might be a little bit easier for you. Virgos, the Lilith or the dark moon is in Virgo. It's going to be bouncing in and out of Virgo now for the next couple of months, because she goes direct and retrograde, and seems to never be able to change or to make up her mind. She's female after all, right? But the dark moon in your sign this week is calling you to make big changes when it comes to your goals and taking steps to achieve your success. And money is going to come into this also for you guys this week and also next month. But when it comes down to it, the easier route, always easier. But is it going to lead you to awesome possibilities? Is it going to make your dreams bigger than life, basically? These are the things that you want to think about, Virgos. Yes, the easy way may be easier, but when it comes down to it, the more work you put into something, the more awesome the results are. So this is something that you want to keep in mind this month, because the truth is that the dark moon is saying, change the way you think and change the way you play that game in order to create massive possibilities for yourself. So good luck with that, Virgos. Libra, happy birthday to all the Libras born this week, especially a crazy lady that I know in England who actually runs a chat room called Red Stars Arcana on www.buzzin.com. Go and check it out because she's got some lovely sessions and classes going on there. But happy birthday to you, my darling. And it is going to be one heck of a week for you Libras, okay? And you're going to want to get stuff done this week because, yes, Mercury is going retrograde at the end of the week. It is in Scorpio when it goes retrograde, but it's coming back into Libra for the next 3 weeks. So get your communication in order, get your stuff in order, get things in order now before that Mercury retrograde happens because what's it going to do? It's going to create miscommunication everywhere. Also, the Sun and Venus come in very, very, very close. They're very close in your sign this week. And they are going to T-square with Uranus and Pluto throughout the week. Starts out with the Sun, and then Venus moves into that T-square later on in the week. This is going to create a challenge. Definitely going to create a challenge when it comes to how you're shining in your career and also in terms of your home. So it does create a little bit of an issue there with home responsibilities and career responsibilities. Ultimately, though, you want to look at what's old stuff. Is it the same thing? Have you been playing this? Is this the same situation that has happened over and over again? Change it. You have the power to change it. And you Libras actually are some of the best to do that because you're so diplomatic. It's just not even funny. So whatever it is that you do, make it an awesome week and don't let the feelings get in the way of what needs to be done. Scorpios, Saturn seems to make you feel like you're in a bit of a difficult position when it comes to your finances and taking care of your loved ones. With that bit of an aspect with Jupiter there, it seems that even if you get a little bit of money, it seems to be going out somewhere else, and that is definitely a problem. So it's saying that you're having an issue expanding when it comes to your money. Now, this aspect is going to last a little bit because, again, these two planets don't move very quickly. Through the end of the month, actually, next month, it's gonna remain. They're gonna remain aspected. So, unfortunately, this is a little bit of a heavy aspect, but at the same time, it's not the only thing that's going on with you guys. And Mercury in Scorpio right now and turning retrograde at the end of the week, it's going to cause a little bit more of an issue because, again, those miscommunications. But you Scorpios are awesome. You have this beautiful ability to be able to see and feel what people are actually saying, even if they're saying something else. So use that ability. It's definitely in your favor to use that ability because the truth is that by doing that, you stand a better chance of not reacting emotionally to what is going on. So if it's not really directed at you, don't take it. Understanding those things it helps make it easier for you in the long run. Beautiful possibilities, though, there for you this week if you so choose to take them, Scorpios. Sagittarius, Mars' position in the Grand Fire Trine helps you to understand how you can make money in the same ways that you've done before, only expanding it and making it bigger, as a matter of fact. And it also helps you shine in your career as he aspects the sun. Now, Mars is actually aspecting a lot of different planets right now. So big, beautiful opportunities for you Saggies out there this week. And because of the fact that you're aspected with your ruling planet of Jupiter, the bigger, the better, right? Expand, make it bigger, make it bigger, make it bigger, make it bigger. Do wonderful things, but do mind what's going on in here. Your own thoughts and your own perceptions could be what's holding you back, and you don't want that to hold you back. So let go of all that negative stuff and just move forward and see what you can do because the possibilities are endless. Capricorns, Pluto's retrograde is over. Forward movement is imminent. We're very, very happy. And unfortunately, even though his placement is all about you this week, it makes you kind of sort of with the T-squares going on, it sort of makes you feel like you're in the middle trying to figure out if you should focus on your career or focus on your family. And this for Capricorns is a big deal. It seems to be where Capricorns always find themselves, in the middle, right? You want to take yourself out of the middle this week because really your focus should be on whatever resonates within your heart at that moment, okay? Family is going to be good. Not saying ignore your family. Career is going to be great. Not saying to ignore that either. But when it comes down to it, things that can be done by others in both, let them. Just let them do it. And if they do need a little bit of help, give them a little bit of help, but don't do for them. You've been going ragged back and forth, feeling like you've been pulled in a million different directions. This week, it's time to start focusing on you, your dreams, and what you want to do. So have an awesome time with that, guys. Aquarius. This week is all about priorities, and really we're kind of sort of moving into a point where we kind of get a break a little bit, but not until the moon. Not until the moon is in Aquarius, unfortunately. But this week is all about priorities, and in some cases, the old way of doing things really works best. So your foundations, your the tried and true that you've done before, sometimes you need to go back to that. It's a way of kind of sort of starting over and rebuilding your foundation, if you know what I mean. And this can be very helpful if you have tight schedules or money issues, for sure. Check it out and see, is it an old mindset that's keeping you from moving forward, or something that's going on in your mind that's an old thought pattern that's keeping you from moving forward? Or do you need to actually go back and incorporate some of your old tried and true ways into how you do things? That you may need to analyze that a little bit this week, and doing so at the beginning of the week is probably best with that Mercury retrograde coming up. Even though there's no planets in Aquarius to aspect it, it's going to create problems everywhere, and generally the Aquarians are the ones that are the communicators, so we may be called upon to help out with those communication issues. Now when the moon comes into your sign Friday and Saturday, this is going to create a bit of an issue because it moves into T-square position with Jupiter and Saturn, creating some possibilities, or actually I would say creating some issues when it comes to making money. Also when it comes to family members or those you love. It could be actually a bit of an issue more with family members, and a little bit of the money issue there. One thing is for sure, try not to get pulled into the middle of the situation. Usually that's what happens with a lot of Aquarians. We get pulled into the situation to come and fix it. But this time, it's not our, how do I want to say that? Not my circus, not my monkeys. So don't get pulled into that one. This is something that they need to rectify on their own. So awesome possibilities there for you guys this week. And finally, Pisces. Neptune's aspects with Pluto and Mercury this week actually create some beautiful possibilities when it comes to making the right changes for yourself and your career. Now, when Mercury goes retrograde, because of this beautiful trine between Neptune and Mercury for most of Mercury's retrograde, you will hardly even feel it. In fact, it gives you the boost to be able to get around those miscommunication issues. Again, you also have that beautiful ability, just like Scorpio, to be able to really feel what people are saying behind their words. So they could be saying something, but you understand the true meaning of what those words are. Definitely use that this week. It's really going to help out with you. And also, your dreams are there for the taking if you're willing to grab them. Stop thinking about what you want and actually do what you want to do. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Psychic. Don't forget to check out our Facebook group for classes and sessions and readings and everything. It's facebook.com/groups/Grateful Fairy Wings. Also, don't forget to check out my website, fairymothersdream.webs.com. We've got all the classes and the readings, and the 2013 card tarot for 2015 is still available. It's available all the way till the end of December. So don't forget to order that one for you. It comes to you via email, so you can refer to it all year long. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys have a very metal week.